It's like brunching with your bestie every Sunday at 10 a.m.
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Well, I am so happy to have joining us in studio a brother and sister duo, Guyanese born, but they are making a name for themselves overseas. Joining us right now is Cloyette Harris-Stoute and her brother, Collé Kharis. His artist name is Collé Kharis. And I'm so glad that they're here today because I love this dynamic of brother and sister and knowing that both of you are doing so well in your respective fields. We are super proud to be able to interview you today. Welcome to Brunch, guys. And just go ahead and tell us a bit about yourselves. I know that you were born here. So let's start with you, Cloyette. Go ahead and tell us, where were you born exactly?
Yes, I was born on the west bank of Demerara, actually. My parents were from Good Fortune. So I was born there, and at a young age, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, we moved to Georgetown, Kitty. My father was a military man. He was in the U.S., it's not the U.S. Army, the Guyana Army. So we moved to Kitty, and we lived there for a little while until I was like 10. And then we moved to the East Coast to Bachelor's Adventure, close to Melanie Damishana. So that's where I spent most of my younger teenage years until I moved to the USA in my early 20s, yes.
So you moved in your early 20s. Did y'all move together? Let's find out from Collé. Collé, tell us about your childhood.
Well, as far as I can recall, and this is just information transferred down to me, I was born in Kitty. I don't have any legit memory of it. And we kind of have the same transition. I moved to the U.S. I don't know how far you want me to go historically, but we moved to the U.S. fairly young. Went to high school there. After high school, joined the military. Did college, worked for the federal government, and now I'm doing music full time.
Talking to both of you earlier, especially after reading so much about you, Cloyette, I know that y'all definitely push forward in the U.S., doing some great things. Tell us a bit about your organization and all the work that you do. Because shout out to Tracy Can Drakes. Tracy was on me. She was like, Feliz, this young lady is trying to get you. I said, girl, I saw. And I also sent her my WhatsApp number. So I'm just so happy that you get to be here to tell us about all the work that you do. So go ahead and break that down for everyone.
Awesome. I want to shout out to Tracy, too. That's my girl. She'll tell you I get on her case all the time. But yes, so I have an organization called Guyanese Girls Rock. I say the Guyanese Girls Rock movement because it's made up of 2 entities. There's Guyanese Girls Rock, and then there's Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation. So I started Guyanese Girls Rock back in 2012. It's a media platform where I share stories of exceptional Guyanese women across the globe. You know, Guyanese women, we're Guyanese people on the whole, we're everywhere. So, so I share their bios, their stories, talking about all of the amazing things they're doing globally, whether it's in Guyana, the USA, Canada, Europe, wherever they are. If I come across the story, I feature them. So that started in 2012, and that went on. It started actually as just some regular posts on Facebook, like a little blurb. And, people were responding to that in a positive way. It's like, okay, we really like this. My background is in IT. So I actually created my own website. I decided, okay, at that time, everybody was blogging, everybody was doing blogs. So I figured, why not start a blog? So I started a blog, GuyaneseGirlsRock.com, and, continue to feature that story. So we're featured by now over 400 or 500 women on that platform. And about 6 years later, okay, Guyanese Girls Rock is doing well. What else can I do? And I always wanted to do something with girls, like teen girls. Growing up in Guyana, I'm the only girl with 5 brothers. One has passed. And, so I was the only girl, and I grew up. I mean, you can relate to this. I mean, most young women, can relate to this. It's like you grow up. I was really skinny. I didn't like the way I look. People tease me, call you fine things, they call you names. So that really affected me. And, for a long time, I had this, confidence issues. And so I wanted to work with teen girls. I wanted to create something like a safe space for young girls to be able to, express themselves freely. At that time, I felt, thinking back years later, is that I did not defend myself. I didn't know how to, right? So all these things I was going through, I internalized it for years until I moved overseas. I moved out of that environment, So I decided to start a program, a nonprofit, Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation. And our first program that we started is the Young Women's Leadership Academy, Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation, under our nonprofit. So the Young Women's Leadership Academy, it's a New York based in Queens program. It's a Saturday program, a bi-weekly program. We meet for 6 months from January to June. And it's a program for teenage girls of Guyanese heritage. So they don't have to be Guyanese born, just maybe their parents, their grandparents, or, a dad or mom. And, there are a lot of Guyanese in New York and Queens. So, we have, quite a few young women who have joined the program over the years. So we teach them leadership development. We do workshop. We bring in Guyanese women from the community who are role models to come in and do workshop on different topics. And talk to the young women. We take them on trips. We give scholarships. We have, once the young woman, she comes in high school, during her high school age, but once she gets to the 12th grade, she graduates out of our program. She's going off to college. She's eligible for one of two scholarships, American Scholarship of $1,000, or if she's going into a tech field, she's eligible to apply for technology scholarship of $1,000 and a new laptop computer. So we've been doing that for this past July. We graduated cohort 6 years. So we're going into our 7th year in January 2024. And so another program that I want to talk about, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is that we also launched the Young Women's Leadership Fund. It's a fund to help young women here in Guyana who are in their freshman year of college or university, with mini scholarships. So this is a scholarship that they can put towards their tuition, or they can put towards supplies or books. So this is our inaugural group of women. This is the first time. Let me go back a little bit, though, on how this scholarship started, how we raised the funds. So in January of 2021, myself and Tracy, right? Tracy, we reached out to a number of Guyanese female artists, and we asked them to pre-record 2 songs. And we took that song, my brother here helped us, put it into a concert, put it together as a nice concert, and we aired it in January of, it was called Let Girls Rock Concert, and we aired it in January 2021, and we raised some money to go towards it. Tamika was one of the artists. We have some really talented female artists that participated, and it was really great that they were willing to do that. So that happened back in 2021. So, but it took some while for us to get the program together. So we attempted before last year, but it was kind of pushed out at the last minute, so no one applied. So we did it again this year. So we're going to be awarding 3 young women that applied for this scholarship. Maybe later in the program I can see their names. I know that was a bit.
No, I love that. And I am so happy to hear that the scholarship is coming here, because that was one of the questions I was going to ask you, Cloyette, because I'm very impressed. And I work with a group by the name of the Imperial House, and we do this wonderful pageant for young girls, teenage girls. It's called the Miss Guyana Teen Scholar. And at the end of it, they win the scholarship that they can take to the University of Guyana or anywhere else that they want to study. And it has been so impactful for their lives. And I could imagine what this would do for so many other young women, because scholarships are necessary. A lot of our young girls, they just don't have the resources. So it's good to know that our people overseas are looking out for us here in Guyana. We do appreciate that. And I love the fact that you touched on Colin helping you out with the music. Colin, let's get back to you and this great music that you've been working on, because you explained to me that you have a PhD, but you are now a full-time artist. Tell us more about this and how you decided to get into music, and what is your artist vibe?
So I got to go all the way back to when my dad was alive. This will kind of give me the foundation. My dad was big into music. To sit in front of the turntable all day, the old school. You play one song, you have to flip it over to get to the other side, and that's what kind of draw me to music. And initially, you know, I don't know if you're familiar, but you used to have the Reggae Sunsplash and the Sting. We used to watch it on VHS, so I'm aging myself. And used to watch that, and that's what kind of made me want to take music seriously. So I actually dabbled with it a little bit, you know, in Guyana. When I get to the U.S., I started taking it really seriously. The journey, when I get there, went to high school, performed a few, you know, events, and within a year of being in the United States, I get signed to actually one of the largest hip-hop producers called Trackmasters. Today, if correct, I think they actually brought out Alicia Keys, but don't quote me on that. However, they end up dropping, within a year, they ended up dropping all the artists and focus on producing. After that, you know, I was like, what am I going to do? I'm not moving back with mom. So I joined the military. Soon as I joined the military, my career took off. But in the military, you kind of have to make a decision. And that side job is not working for them. So I had to focus on that. Got out of the military. I worked for the Federal Aviation Administration as an engineering tech. And retired and decided to do music full time. So that's kind of where the journey, and past June I just dropped my second album called The Book of Collé Kharis, which is out and it's fire. So I know the self-praise is no recommendation, but this one I'll put my money behind. So I do like more fusion reggae. Foundation is the roots reggae. I have some elements of Afrobeats, dancehall, because I actually started as a dancehall artist, and they have some alternative R&B style. Yes, it's a very dynamic album.
I'm glad that we bring up the album because, you know, we got to play some of the music here, right, Makes Doctor? So cue that up, buddy. We're going to play some of it for you. And how can people follow you, though, Colin, and show you that love and even get to hear some of your music? I'm
everywhere, every streaming platform. And the handle is the same. It's Collé Kharis, Collé Kharis. Let me repeat that. Collé Kharis. And when you go to the streaming platform, it's just Collé Kharis. And like I said before, the album is called The Book of Collé Kharis.
Thank you. So we want our Guyanese here in Guyana and abroad to go and show some love right now to Collé Kharis, as he's known. But Colin, we appreciate you being here. And we can't wait to hear some of your music. So we're going to play that in just a bit. But before we do, I got to turn back my attention to Cloyette. Cloyette, there might be someone that's tuned in today and they want to be able to apply for any future scholarship. And maybe there is a business owner or someone that's tuned in and they want to be able to give to such scholarship. How can we reach out to you?
Okay, so Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation, you can reach out to us. So the best way is email contact@GuyaneseGirlsRock.org, or we're on social media. You can message us, GGR Foundation. That's Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation, GGR Foundation on Instagram. And Facebook is Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation as well. But I'm glad you mentioned that, because what we did for the past 2 years in the U.S., we had people who wanted to do what's called a name scholarship. So let's say you have a family member that you want to honor, and you want to do a scholarship in their honor. We did it for the second year in a row. We had 2 separate families that did that donated money in honor of someone else. It could be a business want to do one in honor of the business, because of their business. But then we had a family member 2 sisters who wanted to do a scholarship in honor of their grandmother. So yes, if there's a business here, you want to do a name scholarship, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to work with you to give that scholarship. And this is for young women who are going off to university, so you know that you're putting something towards their future, right? So we're going to be next year, and funding is important. The more funding we get, we can give to more young women. So we're looking for funding. Exxon, if you're listening. Yes. they're here in Guyana, right? So we're trying to help the youths. We're trying to help the young women here go to university. So we'll be happy to connect. So please, Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation, reach out to us. You can find us all over social media. Just Google it. You'll find it.
That is amazing. So people, you heard the clarion call. Okay, make sure that you show some love right now to Guyanese Girls Rock. And again, that email address is contact@guyanesegirlsrock.org. Okay, so just so you know, you can email there and send off your requests as well. I know that there are many of you that might want to apply, so they can find those application forms online, or should they email you and then you send them a form?
Because the application period is closed now for the young women who recently applied. So but email us. We're happy to reach out to you once the application reopens.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So we've had such a joy talking to these two brother and sister in the house with us today, Cloyette Harris-Stoute and her brother, Collé Kharis. His artist name again is Collé Kharis. Go show them some love right now on social media. Before our guests leave, we like to ask, can we play you a song? So we're going to play one song for each of you. You got to give us your request because, that's what Mix Doctor is here for. He wants to play you something, anything that you're feeling, even if it's your brother's music.
Absolutely. So one of my favorite songs on the album is Not in the Mood. Okay, so let's play that one.
Excellent. So we're going to play Not in the Mood.
By the time it hits the street, we already played it. More new music on HJ94 #1.
Been waiting patiently for you to change the things you do. But the few times that you've tried, all I got was attitude. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood to be dealing with you. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood. The next move is on you. You stuck around long enough to get exactly what you need. Now you come around when there's something that you want. You must get past yourself and think of someone else. Cause when respect's how you do, love and admiration will follow for sure. And just when you thought everything was okay, it's not. Whoa. And just when I thought you were loyal, you just cannot be loyal to anybody but yourself. That's why you're by yourself, not thinking of no one else. No one else. You know what else? I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood to be dealing with you. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood. The next move is on you. The ball is on your court, checkmate, mate, curve your behavior. Them say a faithful friend is hard to find, but you're moving like a stranger, being passive-aggressive and throwing tantrums like a toddler. But none of that no matter, cause ice is the heart that's broken and battered. Not everyone that fights with you are your enemy, and not everyone that's kind to you are your friend. Well then, cause the whole of them love to pretend that them have your best interest at hand, but time reveals their true colors. And this me why you overstand. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood to be dealing with you. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood. The next move is on you. It's too cold.
Feliz and the Mix Doctor.
What can we play for you, Collé Kharis?
Obviously, I'm going to select my own song. It's Life of Purpose. The song Life of Purpose is deeply rooted in life experience, and so I hope you guys enjoy it.
9, 4, 1.
I'm surrounded by goals, moving through life without purpose. Sacrifice of happiness for someone else's success. What a circus. I just got to live my life the way I want to. And I've got to find a way to get through to you. Well, I'm doing my part so I can resist life's temptation. I'm in a confrontation with society's expectation of me. I don't need your permission to be. Hello, good life. Goodbye, bad vibes. Hello, blossoms. In the spring, peace of mind is everything. Hello, you. Hello, me. I just wanna be the best version of me. I was running on the hamster's wheel, around and around without purpose. Ooh. Fueled by broken promises, a comfort to an optimist. Life's a circus. I just had to walk away from their institutions. You know why? Cause I'm doing my part so I can resist life's temptation. I'm in a confrontation with society's expectation of me. I don't need your permission to be. Hello, good life. Goodbye, bad vibes. Hello, blossoms. In the spring, peace of mind is everything. Hello, you. Hello, me. I just wanna be the best version of me. Navigate this world with caution. I'm dealing with the trappings of my decisions. I just have to pause and let things go. I'm not buying the dreams they're selling no more. What's up tomorrow? Goodbye yesterday. When you have purpose, it's difficult to lead you astray. They see you shining, said it must be nice. But where were they when you were up all through the night? Working through the night. The success, the failures, the heartaches, the grind. Hello, good life. Goodbye, bad vibes. Hello, blossoms. In the spring, peace of mind is everything. Hello, you. Hello, me. I just wanna be the best version of me. Hello, good life.
You know where you heard it first. Hits and Jams 94, #1 in new music.
All right. Thank you so much. Music, people, music. We have to pump this on 94 #1. You better play it, Mix Doctor. Thank you, everybody. And thank you again to Cloyette Harris-Stoute and her brother, Collé Kharis, also known as Collé Kharis. We're so grateful that they could stop by today and chat with us right here on Brunch. But stick with us. We've got more music coming up next.
Feliz and the Mix Doctor.